Rolldark Game Master Agency. That's how we roll.
I'm Robert Bradley, professional game master and founder of Rolldark Game Master Agency. I am going to tell you how to create a D&D character from scratch. Step 1, download the 5th edition character sheet. This one here, for example. Step 2, ask yourself, what type of character do I want to play? This is called your character concept. Every fiction and film and TV writer has considered their character concepts very carefully. Our best advice is to write 3 of your best fictional heroes, and then next to them, put down exactly what it is about their characters that you love. Let's say you pick someone like RoboCop. I know. It's not very D&D-esque, but what RoboCop is actually a paladin. He's lawful good and withstands the law and protects the weak and the feeble. You wouldn't find him stealing coins off some poor family. A lawful good character is particularly excellent for paladins and clerics for this very reason. Step 3, pick a race. There are tons to choose from and each one has their own benefits, which you can see in closer detail in the player's handbook. Or you could simply do a Google search. Step 4, pick a class. Now this choice is key to unlocking your character's special abilities and skills. Let's say you love Kung Fu movies and you want your character to be really tasty with his fists, then the monk would be your perfect choice. Step 5, pick a background. With backgrounds, you can add extra skills and abilities. These are great to really flesh out your character and give them a beating heart. Step 6, pick your weapons and armors. Personally, I like chainmail, and I'm pretty tasty with a mace. They get the job done. Step 7, now it's the fun part. Get yourself 4 6-sided dice. Roll them together 6 times. Add the totals up every time, so ensure to remove the lowest number from every single roll that you do. Once you have your 6 numbers, allocate them to the abilities in your selection on your character sheet. Make sure that you pick the ones that you want to be stronger with. So for example, if you have a 15, that's quite a high number to have rolled, but make sure you pay close attention to any increases that your race might happen to get as a bonus. For instance, being a human adds a 1 onto every single one of your ability scores. So make sure that you add that number to the main scores when you input them onto your sheet. Next up is the modifier. If you've added 15 to one of your abilities, you would put a +3 inside the little circle on the character sheet. Step 8. Now what you want to do is apply all of these to your skills. You'll see the skill box in the center part of the sheet, just here. Though before you do that, you need to add your proficiency bonus. Currently, for all level 1 characters, your proficiency bonus should be around +2. So what you do is you add your +2 to those numbers when you allocate them to your skills. In the little box, it will give you a total. Step 9. Magic. Now, not all classes have access to magic spells and abilities. Though if you're a wizard or a warlock, for example, you might have a set number of cantrips and first level spells. The main difference between a cantrip and a first level spell is that a cantrip can be used over and over again. A first level spell, however, falls under a credit system known as spell slots. At first level, you might have 2 first level spell slots, in which case you can only use those twice per rest, short or long. For more information on what you have access to, take a good look at the class table in the player's handbook, or you could just have a cheeky Google. Step 10, your alignment. Well, you have a choice of how far up or down the scale of righteousness you want your character to reside. For instance, your rogue might be chaotic good, or he could be lawful evil. Your choice largely depends on how you want your character to play. You might want it to be a bit of a do-gooder rather than a risk-taker, or perhaps someone who has a master plan, but will still obey the rules and honour respect where due. Either way, make sure you think about your alignment enough so that you will have fun when you play them. The last thing you want to do is be playing someone who's lawful good, who's very strict with the rules, very tight at oh no, we can't do this, we can't do that. If you're not that sort of character, you probably shouldn't play it. And finally, name thy creation. I always save the naming of my characters until last. The reason for this is that it's not until you've really fleshed them out do you get an idea of who they are, and hence you can give them a name. An example of this, or a bad example of this, Sly Underhammer. Not really the name you want to give a paladin. A paladin would be more something along the lines of Gilliard or Bright, maybe. At the end of the day, it's up to you. If you're stuck, you'll find lots of help online, and of course, You could always steal some names from, popular culture. So that concludes our 10-step guide to how to create a Dungeons & Dragons character. If you like this video, check out some more on our channel and subscribe. See you at the table.
Rolldark Game Master Agency. That's how we